Ladies and gentlemen, live in Foxborough, Massachusetts, this is Ciro Zanetti representing Focus Springfield. Tonight, or should I say this afternoon, we will be seeing the Division I Super Bowl held here where the New England Patriots play. It is the afternoon of Saturday, December 3rd of 2022. The Springfield Central High School Golden Eagles will be taking on the St. John's Eagles. This will be an attempt for 4 consecutive Super Bowl championships for the Eagles. It will be a back-to-back Division I state championship win for the Eagles if they are able to win. And when I say the Eagles, I mean the Springfield Central High School Eagles. So we're going to be having a great matchup today. We just recently saw the whole high school Pirates take on Kip Academy for the Division VIII Super Bowl championship. And it was Whole Academy who won that one. And now we're going to be starting up this game. We'll see the St. John's Eagles kick off and the Springfield Central High School Golden Eagles return. So a great way to start off for St. John's. They're going to kick and they'll get the ball at the half. Kickoff is underway as there is a little bit of a muff on that reception. It was Colin Patrick in the back for the Golden Eagles. And now we will see Pop Watson take over for Springfield Central High School. As the junior Pop Watson, looked over by his father, head coach William Watson, looks to have a very, very special night tonight. Or today, I keep saying night. I'm so used to this being a 5 o'clock game. But again, the Nebraska commit with 39 total touchdowns this year, close to 1,000 rushing yards, and over 2,200 passing yards, takes the lead on the 20-yard line. Watson, handoff, backfield, get a couple yard gain right there for the Golden Eagles. And one thing to mention, the St. John's Eagles allowed 28 points so far in the playoffs. And that just shows, I mean, you saw Central put up 60 points in their last playoff game and average over 35 points each performance. And to go against a great defense like St. John's is, of course, what they want. Again, that was Tariq Thomas on the last play, the couple-yard gain. Bringing up second down for the Eagles. Ball around the 22-yard line. Another handoff to Thomas. Can't break free as the D line for St. John's is there. I mean, that was just a great stop for St. John's. It's going to bring up third down. That was the defensive lineman, Marquise Avery. The linebacker, I should say. I mean, this is just something we're not used to seeing. Bringing up third down for the Eagles. Want to see a first down right here. Watson has his backfield set. See Kevin Jackson lining up in the slot. Now Watson has an empty backfield, drops back. The traffic is there as he is stopped big time on a huge swarming sack. And there's 2 players that take him down. That was Marquise Avery once again with some help from Jonel Aguero. I mean, that was an incredible defensive effort as Avery was all over Watson. And correction, that was Mason McSweeney, the defensive end and tight end who just committed to Union. And now we see Watson going for it on fourth down. Has help in the backfield. Kind of slow things down. I mean, that was just such an incredible play. And the Golden Eagles are going to take a timeout, probably reevaluate the decision to go for it. You do not want to go for it on fourth down if you're within the 40-yard line to start the game. I mean, of course, you want to be aggressive. It's great to set the tone. Watson has proven, both Watsons, I should say, have proven that they are aggressive. And it looks like we see Watson still out there. and neither teams are going to bring out their special teams unit. So we're going to see a 4th down attempt, hopefully to convert most likely. Watson lining up deep in the backfield, however, so I may be wrong. So it will be a punt. That's a correction. Fourth and 5 for the Eagles, as Watson in the backfield. Nice follow through. Gets it just past the 50-yard line. And St. John's will take over within the 50. So again, recognition to that St. John's defense. We saw Marquise Avery with 2 fantastic defensive plays, a sack, swarming Watson, and a great tackle stopping Tariq Thomas, which looked to bring up the momentum for the Eagles, but they couldn't get it to go. So now Deacon Robilliard is going to take over as his Eagles look to score. We have another fantastic defensive unit on the field. They're going to be on the 48, 49-yard line. Quick pass for the Eagles. And O'Fury breaks some way and gets a big gain. First down and then some for St. John's. Again, that was Jesse O'Fury, the captain. Cornerback and wide receiver for St. John's. It's just a tremendous, nice little back slip pass. Runs pretty much a wheel route, or finishes it, I should say, and again, gets the first down and then some. Advances them pretty nicely. 1st and 10 for St. John's. This season, we see Jesse O'Fury with 586 receiving yards and 8 total touchdowns. Again, we got a close snap and then a pitch to the backfield. And what a great play that was. We saw Chimeri Latney, hit an explosive hit stick. But I mean, looking at that replay, just incredible strength from Carson Brown as he was able to kind of brush that off, but eventually taken down. And Latney, with 60 tackles this year, 6.5 snaps. Love to see it for the Eagles, the aggressiveness. Again, this is what this team has been all about. They got to keep it up, cannot allow any type of breakaway for them. And a quick snap, there was a deflection, but it seemed to be recovered as if that wasn't an incomplete pass, though. So it will bring up 3rd down for the Eagles, and now we're looking at a great stop right there. Bringing up 3rd and 12 for the Eagles. They're going to have to be fierce on this play. You got a hungry Eagles team. Both teams. It's definitely not used to saying the Eagles for both teams, but the Golden Eagles, very hungry. I mean, these guys want it. Watson, their quarterback, Pop Watson, he's looking for, I believe, 3 consecutive Super Bowl championships, 2 consecutive D1 state championships. And here's Robilliard. Quick pass and a nice deflection for the Eagles. I mean, that was just great timing. And it was Shondez Buchanan who was able to make some airtime, swat it, and that brings up 4th down. Special teams units come out. And on 4th down, Coach Watson's got to be happy. He's got to be excited to see them start off a little slow, but get a big stop after a huge play. Nice punt, goes out of bounds, and that's going to build them pretty far back within the 20. And again, I mean, it is just incredible to say that the Eagles, the Golden Eagles, are competing for 4 consecutive state championships dating back to 2019 with Isaac Boston leading them to the promised land, and then William Watson taking over at the quarterback position. The Nebraska commit has had a tremendous season this year, really showing off how balanced he is, how skillful he is, and what he makes of his size. Fantastic runner. Now Watson, backfield filled on the right, end around snap fake. Watson drop back. Very, very risky pass. Went to no man's land. That was intended for Wayne Barber, but not able to haul it in. There is a flag on the play. There was a shove after the incompletion, Not sure if that's what's going to be tagged, but we'll wait for the official to make their call. With the luxury of the loudspeaker, of course. So it's going to be a huge play. Of course, flags always big in football, but right there, sending them back, putting them in a very scary territory. We see this defensive line for the St. John's Eagles to be rather scary. We got first down and then some, a lot. Let's just say a lot for the Eagles right now. Almost 1st and 20. Watson, quick touch snap, handoff, beautiful breakaway. That was just a great pass right there to Patrick, or I should say pitch. Hands it off, runs down the middle, finds the gap, bringing up 2nd down. And now the Eagles on a hurry-up offense. Watson with a quick snap, another handoff to Patrick. Patrick not able to get as many yards, but we see a reaction. It looks like the ball is free, and the Eagles of St. John's take over. And wow, this game starting off red hot. Both teams looking great on defense. But you love to see Marquise Avery with the intensity that he's bringing to this team. Big emphasis on intensity. We saw a nice handoff to Patrick, right down the middle, stripped. And I mean, St. John's takes over in perfect territory. You're thinking touchdown right here. Within the 20-yard line, on the 18, 19-yard line. You got to score here. Set the pace right, and handoff. Swarm of Eagles players on the stop. Brown able to get a couple yards, bringing up 2nd down. But what I was saying was, you know, if you are St. John's, you want to let this be known how competitive you're going to be tonight. I mean, you kick the ball off, you receive it at halftime, first on the board. Nothing is better than that. In football, all fans know it is very nice to know you're going to get the ball at halftime. But if you can get on the board first and have 2 fantastic defensive stops, nothing better. So now we're going to see what Robilliard is going to do. He's got help in the backfield, looking like a fullback slot and a halfback slot. Here's the snap. He's going to scramble to the right, looking mobile, and it just incomplete pass, but both Eagles defensive backs had their hands on the ball. Unfortunate they weren't able to bring it in. However, that's going to bring up 3rd down, so the incomplete pass will count them. They're thinking big here. I mean, both teams being interviewed. St. Aguirre knows how great his team is. They've been a powerhouse in Massachusetts for years, and he wants this more than anything. Robilliard on the snap, quick handoff, even quicker stop, but just incredible heart from Carson Brown, as he is just continuously not going down without a fight. I mean, we saw 3 Eagles defensive linemen all over him, or should I say 2? Or no, 3. 3 Eagles defensive backs all over him. And that's what it took to get him down. I mean, he brushed off that first tackle. And St. John's is going to play it safe, lining it up for the field goal attempt to put 3 points on the board. Can never go wrong with that. It's Jackson Shelby. And great block from the Eagles, stopping it. And they recover the ball right past the 30-yard line. You love to see that intensity from the Eagles. It was Jalen Herbert who recovered it. I mean, looking back at that replay, it looked like Shelby had a nice follow through, but the Eagles were there. And now they get to take over again. And I mean, this game, this momentum, this is what you love to see, especially here at the home of the New England Patriots, here in Foxborough, Massachusetts. You love to see great football, and that's what you're getting, folks. Seems to be some confusion on the field. Calling an audible is Watson. Watson with help in the backfield. He's going to hand it off to Thomas. Thomas finds the gap, and A swarm of Eagles takes him down. A nice couple-yard gain, bringing up second down. And of course, I think that it's safe right now, what both teams are doing, but especially the Golden Eagles, just running. You want to run the ball, hurry up offense. Watson's going to hand it off. Thomas, again, brought down a little farther back than wanted. Had some nice gainage, but taken back on a big tackle. And again, you want to run the ball when it's rainy like this. You don't want to throw the ball until you're really comfortable. And to start it off, just getting some yardage. You'd love to see it. Third down for the Eagles. Has help in the backfield. It's Thomas in the backfield. Watson, another handoff to Thomas. He's going to cut left, going wide. First down and then some, going out of bounds, but what a big tackle, or I should say a little hit stick from Jesse O'Fury. O'Fury, a unit on both sides, on offense and defense, showing his strength on that one, but even if he was leveled, Thomas getting the first down on a fantastic play. Watson again, help in the backfield. Another handoff to Thomas, and quickly the Eagles stop him as Mason McSweeney, the defensive end, was there quickly.
Second down and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Again, folks, you're tuned into Focus Springfield for the Division I Men High School Super Bowl here at Gillette Stadium, home of the Patriots. Back to the field. It's going to bring up second and 9. Watson with Thomas in the backfield. Fake handoff. Little read option. Maybe turned into an attempt to pass. Watson stiff arm. Gets a yard and some change. Bringing up third down. Taken out of bounds. Helmet pops off. It was Lucas Verrier who took him down. But you love the form that Watson brings to the table. He's very, very well-rounded. And again, beautiful stance on that fake. Great foot placement. And this kid is tough. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or whats about it. He has what it takes to be a great quarterback, and he's proven it. As there was a little Wildcat-like formation, but it doesn't matter. Thomas was stopped huge right there. We saw Antonio Richardson actually take in as Watson seemed to be off on the sidelines. Wasn't a Wildcat, that's my fault. But yeah, Richardson on the snap, handoff to Thomas. They were taken down big. And now Watson makes his return for the Eagles. It'll be third down. They'll get another attempt. We'll see what they do. Watson alone in the pocket. And 3rd and 14 after that huge stop. Seems to be some sort of confusion on the field. Again, the luxury of the loudspeakers will allow us to hear exactly what we need to. We are in the first quarter, 3 minutes and 48 seconds left, still scoreless. And again, still unsure on what is taking place on the field. We'll wait for an update, or we'll just go about it. This seems to be a major substitution.
William Watson set the punt for Springfield Central. 4th down and 13.
So confusion on my end. 4th down. They'll be bringing in the special teams unit. Watson set to punt for the Eagles, as they are just barely past the 50-yard line. Watson should be able to get a nice punt. Nice follow through, get some spin time. And the Eagles are going to prevent it from getting any closer back. And now St. John's will take over once more, as this has been a defensive standoff. 2 minutes and 58 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We see a very hungry team in St. John's. As I mentioned earlier, their head coach was very, very prominent and very dedicated on taking home the Super Bowl today. And we see a very, very comforting sea of fans for both schools. St. John seems to have quite the crowd. But now back to the field, it's Deacon Robilliard with the handoff. Taken down big time was Carson Brown. And just a beautiful stop right there for the Eagles. That was Kevin Jackson. Or sorry about that. That was Kamari Latney.
Second down and 10 from the 39-yard line.
Always get the 9s and 8s messed up sometimes. Again, still scoreless with just under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Multiple attempts on both ends of the field. Even a red zone attempt. But here's the handoff again. Looked like he was able to break free. Brown is stopped. And now that's going to bring up third down for the Eagles.
Number 11, Zach Griffin. The tackle, third down and 7.
So again, 3rd and 7 for St. John's. As you hear, that was Josiah Griffin with the stop. Boston College commit. Seems to be a bag on the field. But anyway, back to the pocket. A pretty nice little drop, or I mean a rollout for Deacon Robilliard, but doesn't get anything from it. Throws it out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down for St. John's.
4th down and 7. Next was a set to punt for St. John's prep.
So the Eagles are set to punt. Punt is sent up. Nice air time, goes out of bounds. And now the Golden Eagles will take over. Going 3 and out is not fun. Both teams have now done that. And again, we're hungry for a score. I mean, I'm ready to see somebody take over. I mean, it's very tough right now because both teams have established their defense has brought their A game. The run defense on both ends has been spectacular, especially for St. John's. They have been there up until that last drive. They were there almost every snap. But the Eagles of Springfield Central High School have been just as good consistent-wise. They keep getting stops when needed. If the offense messes up or anything, the Eagles or the Golden Eagles are there. Watson now for the snap. Calls for it. He's going to take matter into his own hands, but gets stopped pretty quickly on a great tackle from John Dragidis. So now it's going to bring up 2nd down for Central. And now once more Watson with help in the backfield. He's got Con Patrick. Watson on the snap. Quick handoff to Patrick. Patrick breaks to the left. Gets a couple yards, bringing up 3rd down. Yet to see a complete pass from Watson. And we know how great he can pass, so excited to see how that falls out. Got some great receivers this year for the Golden Eagles. Seems to be a little lineup switch. 3rd down for Central. Again, help in the backfield. Fake handoff, roll out, going right, but he is getting hunted down as he overthrows it. But I mean, the pressure from St. John's right there was just very, very, very key. I mean, right as soon as he rolled out, we saw that defense all over him. I mean, that is a quarterback's nightmare. We see it in the NFL, we see it in college, and we saw it just right there. As soon as he wants to find a great pass or a target, can't even focus on your target. You have to worry about escaping the pressure of Jonel Aguero. So now 4th and 7, another 3rd and out for the Eagles. Watson set to punt as we have 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Watson on a high snap, and this is no bueno as he can't recover. And that is just not what you want to do if you are the Golden Eagles. Very poorly snapped ball, and St. John's recovers. And McSweeney with a huge recovery for St. John's as just a really ugly, ugly play right there. Of course, the rainy conditions does not help. Watson trying his best to recover. And again, I tried pointing it out earlier. It is not fun playing in the rain. Of course, you can't necessarily blame him. You can't blame Watson in that position. Watson put his heart out trying to get that ball, slipped, even went for it, took a shot to the knee. Love to see his energy, and you know he's going to get his revenge. A quick handoff for the Eagles, and once more, the Golden Eagles get a stop. And again, I mean, you just hate to see miscommunicated plays like that. That snap was way too high. You do not want that as a quarterback. I mean, you hear it, again, even in the NFL. It's very, very common. How often centers maybe throw a poor snap or handoff and there's a fumble. And, I mean, of course, you like to blame the quarterback because they weren't able to catch it, but you're expecting the ball to be in your hands. But anyway, that ends the first quarter. Still scoreless. It will be 2nd down for St. John's as they are very beautifully placed after that fumble or muffle, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I love to see a defensive battle like this, but I also love high pace momentum. I mean, one of the most boring Super Bowls was definitely the Rams and Patriots a few years back. It was just a defensive showdown. But yeah, when teams are just very, very heavy defense based, it's impressive and it's great. But it's also a little boring. But it's the name of the game. You can't be upset about it in any full light. You gotta love to see both teams again playing very, very similar as far as the defense is going. I mean, this run defense on both ends, I can't stop emphasizing how impressed I am. And so now it's going to be Deacon Robilliard again looking to score for the St. John's Eagles. Has plenty of help in the backfield, fullback, halfback, full field. Carson Brown continuing to remain in the back, as well as Jack Fillion, their fullback. As we're waiting to start the second quarter.
2nd down and 12 for St. John's at the 16-yard line.
You see 2nd and 12 for St. John's. Again, on the 16-yard line within the 20. I mean, that is field goal territory regardless if we see a reoccurrence of events of defense just coming up big. But now here's the nice snap, quick pass, but taken down quickly is Carson Brown. I love the mobility that we saw right there from Deacon Robilliard. I mean, he looks very good on his feet today. He is very, very well at scrambling to the right. It's just right now, it's very hard to find an open man when you've got units on each side. All right, so bringing up 3rd and 7 after a nice little 5-yard gain for the St. John Eagles. You got to say that they're hungry. I mean, they're ready to score. They're ready to get put on the board. This will be great territory scoring first in the second quarter. Quick snap pass. It is complete. He finds some way. Flag on the play. I mean, he found Stephen Patrick very quickly. He made light of that. Flag on the play will be announced shortly. Waiting for the ref's call. All right, do we know the call? Come on. That's huge. That's going to be a huge penalty on the Golden Eagles. Penalties seem to always not be in their favor whenever I commentate them here at Gillette Stadium, but that's not a play you want to make. That face mask is rather no bueno. But repeat third down gives them a shot of redemption as they're half the distance of the goal.
Third down and 1 from the 7-yard line.
3rd and 1 is going to be big. Robilliard with that quick handoff. As it looked like there was a fumble, it was very hard to tell, but I see energy from the Eagles sidelines as a huge fumble recovery. It was Latney making his name clear today, being a unit on defense, getting a huge stop. Now looking at that replay, stripped quickly, recovered even better as Latney was there. I mean, this is incredible. I have called so many Springfield Central High School football games. I've watched so many Springfield Central High School football games as an alumni, and I've never seen them this quiet offensively. But I don't think I've ever seen a defense this scary. I mean, their defense has been tremendous, forcing turnovers and stops left and right. And again, you know I'm going to be repetitive. St. John's is doing just that. Watson on the snap. Quick handoff to Thomas. Thomas doesn't get too much yardage right there. They'll bring up 2nd down.
Thomas, ball carrier. Tackling by Jackson Tucker. Second down and 8.
So 2nd and 8 for the Golden Eagles. Again, the senior Watson in the pocket. Help in the backfield. Quick handoff to Thomas. Thomas not going anywhere. Again, the way that Watson does roll out, it's going to make it tough for him to really find a target, considering that almost every single snap, there is a St. John Eagle right on him every time. Each second after that snap, he has a swarm of players after him, so it's hard. Because again, Watson really favors rolling out to try to get some mobility. But again, Thomas in the backfield with Watson that's on his left side. Watson on the step back. Calls for the snap, beautifully placed. Quick pass in the backfield, outside to Thomas. Thomas not able to secure it. I mean, that is just, again, a terrible event. That is not what you want. I mean, it is 3rd down. And you just run a simple wheel route. And the pass was there, not able to bring it in. Could have been a 1st down. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Watson ready to punt. As this offense is off. I mean, of course, the defense from St. John's is more than on. So it's very understandable why their offense is off. But they are not communicating well. And it just doesn't look good. It's definitely not a pretty performance. Now, again, both defenses are playing out of their own league. Watson on the punt, very high, not too much yardage. Let's take it back, gets it past the 30. So it will be nice. Still, plenty of opportunity to score here for St. John's. As we have 9:42 left in the first half. We got to see a spark on one of these teams' offense because, I mean, they have had attempt after attempt, and you just see turnover or stop. I mean, I think I have amnesia when it comes to remembering the first time or the last time the Golden Eagles got a 1st down. All right, so a little switch up at the quarterback position for the Eagles, and a beautiful run for Travis Brown. And 2nd and 2 for the St. John's Eagles. This is definitely what you want to see from them. There's a player unlisted right now, is working as their quarterback. And he loses control of the ball. Looks like St. John's recovered.
Ball is fumbled on the snap.
So again, number 4 for St. John's is filling in as Robilliard looks to be checked in on the sidelines. Of course, we don't have his name on the rosters, so that's fun. But again, we got Brown in the backfield. 3rd down for the Eagles. Quick handoff. Make some way.
Handoff number 28, Carson Brown.
Get a couple yards. Now bring up 3rd down.
Tackle number 5 by Isaiah Jones.
Again, 3rd down. Third down for the Eagles. Sorry, 1st down. Or no, 3rd and 7. A nice handoff. Doesn't get too much yard gainage right there. That's Cam LaGrassa.
Cam LaGrassa, the ball carrier.
And now that brings up 4th down for the Eagles. Sorry, a little discombobulated. The screen that I look at for the downage is not very updated. They keep taking forever, and I'm trying to zoom in, but the down markers are absolutely wrong. It's not 2nd down. So those guys definitely not helping me out. So I'm trying my best to be quickly with letting you guys know the downage. But again, I must say it's very hard to be on top of it. But they go for it, and it's fumbled. They don't go for it. It's 2nd and 7. So again, the screen threw me off. I'm just having a rough couple second tenure. So it's 3rd down now. Again, the screen hopefully updates, and let's see what we can do.
3rd down and 11.
Yeah, I was trying to look at the marker, but again, it was not updated for a second. But so it's going to be 3rd down for the Eagles. And so far, looking pretty well without Deacon Robilliard. Quick snap, holds it to his own. Nice pass. He found Jonel Aguero.
Aiden Driscoll's pass complete to Jonel Aguero. Tackled on the play by Isaiah Jones.
So Driscoll has almost fumbled twice.
4th down and 2.
But bringing up 4th down, if you're St. John's, you got to go for it. All right, so they're going for it. 4th down and 2. Looks like we have a timeout for St. John's. 5:39 to go in the 2nd quarter to end the 1st half, 0-0. They can get any points on the board right here. That would be great. And again, we have seen a defensive masterclass from both teams. Right here, finally, we see a little spark of electricity working from the 30. Now, just inside the 20 are the St. John's Eagles. And again, looking to get their first score. As covered earlier, Hull Pirates beat Kip Academy today 27-6 for the Division 8 championship. Coming up after this for Division 6 at 3 o'clock, the Super Bowl will be held between St. Mary's and Stoneham. And then for D3, we've got Milton and Wakefield Memorial and Catholic Memorial and King Philip. D2 Super Bowl closing out at 8. Obviously, we will not be covering. We're just covering the Eagles here. Both Eagles, I should say. Now here it is. It's going to be a huge play. 4th and 2. Quick snap fake, finds his target, runs it right in. There it is. It gets on the board. To the house is Jonel Aguero. And St. John's is wild right now as the crowd is showing more support than needed. Actually, I take that back. The support that they need. I mean, this was very overdue. Love to see it. St. John's gets on the board first. 6-0 your score right now. As we got Jackson Selby lined up for the PAT to put one more point on the board. Special teams. Attempt is up and good for one. Put it on the board, 7-0. St. John's Prep takes the lead on a great drive. And it's very ironic, the drive without Deacon Robilliard is what puts them up. And you love to see it. You love to see it for the St. John's Prep Eagles. You know, I think a fun fact that definitely is semi-ironic is here at the Gillette Stadium, MIAA State Championship Super Bowl, the most points ever recorded. It's 55 from Springfield Central High School, as well as Shrewsbury. I mean, it was Springfield Central High School putting up 55 against Shrewsbury's 14. That was in 1997. So, again, quite the stat to bring up right now. I'm not too sure that 55 points would be put up, because they'd have to be within 3 quarters. But we'll see if the high-paced offense is able to take over. I mean, they got to be ready. They got to be ready to prove themselves, as that was a beautiful kick for St. John's, as it almost hit the 1-yard line, but it goes out for that touchback. So the Eagles are going to take over on the 20. And Watson has to show why he's one of the best quarterbacks in the nation, why he's going to Nebraska, why he has won multiple consecutive state championships.
First and 10, Springfield Central from their own 20-yard line.
Again, Springfield Central looking to start up on offense. Watson calling for the snap. Another handoff. It's Patrick as he stopped, but a nice yard gainage for him. So you have to bring up just the actuality of it. I mean, it's taken almost 2 quarters for a team to score, quarter and a half to be exact. And the team that just scored is going to be getting the ball within 5 minutes to start the next half. So this is not a good position for the Eagles. It's do or die. You got to score right here on second down. Watson, another handoff, no gainage. Looks like it's going to be a loss.
Stopped on the play by Mason McSweeney.
Bringing up 3rd and 3, so he did actually get a couple yards on that one. And as you heard, McSweeney with another stop. It's been stand out so far this afternoon. Watson alone in the backfield. In the pocket, I should say. Calling for that end around. Fakes the zone jet. Watson looking for the pass, overthrows it. Was looking for Patrick, could not haul it in. Off the mark by a little. And again, just a miserable show out right now for the Eagles. Not how you want to start off as multiple-time defending state champs and the D1 state champs. So we see the special teams unit make their way on the field. Bringing up 4th and short. It's 4th and 3 for the Eagles. The Golden Eagles. I mean, at this point, you look at it like maybe they need a defensive score. I mean, you really never know. We have a tight defensive lineup for St. John's. A shorter punt again, but they're going to take it. You're going to let it sink past the 45. or right before the 45 now is where St. John's will take it. And 7-0, your score so far through 2 quarters. 4 minutes, 8 seconds left to go. St. John's Prep finally found that spark on offense. Still without Robilliard. I mean, a great drive that the Eagles had on their last possession. A nice pitch to the back to Brown as Brown trucks the defense as he stopped pretty quickly, though. I mean, he's been showing, again, brute force. I mean, every handoff I see this kid get, direct shoulder brush every time. And he stays up, too. Takes multiple guys to get him down each time, so definite props to him. So now 2nd down for St. John's Eagles. The St. John's Prep. And 2nd and 9. Snap called, quick handoff to Brown. Brown makes way again, not going down without a fight. Bulking his way for a gain. It was Stevenson that took him down, but that was a 1st down for St. John's Prep.
Springfield Central 46-yard line.
Carson Brown in his last game against Central Catholic, 133 yards, 3 touchdowns on 22 carries. Just incredible stats right there. And single game stats. But right now we do have a player down for the Golden Eagles. Right now we see Meshach Stevenson. So there will be an injury timeout. Take control of that. As the injury timeout is taking place, why not talk about the home team at Gillette Stadium this year? Obviously not an ideal season for the New England Patriots, looking at a record of 6-6, losing 24-10 just last Thursday to the Buffalo Bills, who have been on top of the AFC East, while the Pats sit at the bottom. Of course, someone at my age who's been watching football his whole life has only seen Patriot success. So it's definitely weird, but you always got to trust the process with Bill Belichick and the Kraft organization, and I'm sure that they'll be able to get back into it. But back to the field, we see Meshach Stevenson walk off. Love to see it. Never fun to go down, especially on a game so important like this, as he is a senior this year. So now for St. John's Prep, we'll be looking to return on the field. And it'll be a 1st down and 10 for St. John's Prep. Again, back to Carson Brown. He has looked phenomenal so far, as he's just been getting the gritty yards for them right now. Whistle blown. Waiting for the call. As we are waiting for a call. Again, if you are just tuning in, you are watching Focus Springfield. I am Ciro Zanetti. This is the Division I Super Bowl for high school men's football here at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. And now play will resume, or not. Very, very confused on what's going on. And now you see Meshach Stevenson go back to the sidelines. Seemed like they brought him on, but now they decided to take him off. I was going to say Coach cannot be on the field for before the play, but move it off. And now St. John's Prep ready for the snap. Quick handoff to Brown. Brown finding that gap, and that's what you got to do. When you're running the ball, you find that gap every time, punch through, get some quick yardage. And now with less than 2 minutes to go in the first half, we reflect at a 7-0 score with St. John's Prep up top right now, as they will be receiving at half. If they can milk the clock, chew it up, and score again, that would put them in beautiful position. Quick snap, nice pass right there to Jesse O'Furry. Fumble, ball is loose, looks like it goes out. We'll wait for the call. It was fumbled, but St. John's Prep recovers, so no worries on that. So after the recovery, it doesn't matter. They still get that 1st and 10 spot, which is always nice to have. Just under a minute to go in the first half. Here's the snap. Quick handoff to Brown. Brown taken down. And at this point, you probably just want to milk the clock, see what you can do, but not play too aggressive. Just play smart. Hand it off. See if you can get a breakaway. Complete a quick pass. A little bit of a breakup on that call, but it sounds like there's going to be a St. John's timeout. Again, 48 seconds left, so maybe they're not looking to chew the clock. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to look to score before the half closes. And yeah, we have seen, as I mentioned earlier, a defensive masterclass. I mean, this is a game you don't always get to see. You know, it's always fun to see those 60-point games or 70-point games in high school, or 40, whatever, high scoring, right? Especially when it's on both ends of the field. But I mean, you just cannot, you can't hate on how aggressive both teams have been defensively. I mean, they are playing with their hearts on their sleeves right now. Both teams very much so showing up on the defensive end. We're back to it, 48 seconds to go in the first half. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. They're going to go for the quick snap. Beautiful pass set up to Aguero. And they're going to move the chains. It's going to set them up for another big yard gainage. As we're finally seeing some gainage. St. John's again taking their final timeout at the half.
Number 24, Malachy Flex, and the tackle for Springfield Central.
As it brings up 2nd and 1 after the Malachy Flex tackle.
For St. John's Prep.
We'll see what St. John's is digging out of their sleeves with 33 seconds to go. They're in nice territory, not within the 20 yet, not within the end zone yet, or the red zone, I should say. But they've got 33 seconds to accumulate some sort of score that I have been pointing after for the past couple minutes. Just huge emphasis on this will be big time for them if they are able to score right here. Again, given who's to say that Central doesn't get a stop? We've seen it multiple times. But nice sack right there outside the pocket. But there are 2 flags on play. Driscoll was taken down. So Stevenson taking Driscoll down. But 2 flags on the play waiting for the result. Another face mask. That's huge. It's a big play. I mean, again, Central always gets hit with those penalties. I don't think I've ever called the sport more than Central High School football, maybe basketball, but I always see a penalty. There's the quick snap. Yeah, I was going to say, I always see a bunch of penalties called against them, so that's something that they really have to shape around for sure.
St. John's Prep has exercised their option for the game clock to start on the snap.
So they're going to get the clock to start on the snap. 26 seconds to go. 1st and 10. Time winding down. If they can score here, that puts Central in risky territory to even get a score up themselves. Quick floater pass, way overthrown though. He was looking for Jesse O'Furry, but not able to find the target. Driscoll has been fantastic, I would say, for someone being put in at short notice. I mean, he was able to get a touchdown pass, had a couple fumbles. They were covered by St. John's. Looked a little slow at first, but I mean, he seemed to find his own, and definitely taking control pretty well, as he was the reason why St. John's obviously finished off their last drive with a score. So you can't complain as a St. John's fan, or St. John's Prep fan. Let's go on the snap. Floats it up, and that's an interception for the Eagles, as they're going to get some yardage on this one. Taking it past the 30, going out of bounds. Huge play for Springfield Central High School, Josiah Monday. What a play to save the day. 11 seconds left in the first half. Love to see it. Yet, as I was praising Driscoll, just a poor miscommunication on the play. And another turnover from the Golden Eagles. I mean, just looking at that pass was in no man's land. Except the only person in that area was Josiah Monday. And now I think the Eagles are going to be aggressive here. I think Central's going to look to score. They're going to go for a big pass play. Watson taking it into his own hands as he goes down quick. 6 seconds to go, tries to run. Most likely a timeout by the Eagles, or Golden Eagles. So they still got one more timeout left, but it's very uncommon to see them be able to pull off a timeout now that we got 5 seconds or 4 seconds left to go. Of course, Watson has shown how incredibly fast he is, how great he can be mobile-wise. But now you want to see him throw off some darts. You want to see him throw some dots, some darts, some touchdowns, something on the offensive end to spark some electricity, as I always like saying. Because it's very dull right now for that offensive unit for the Springfield Central High School Golden Eagles. It's a power outage. And St. John's Prep is responsible for it. Looking to be the last snap of the half. It's going to be a handoff to Tariq Thomas as he breaks through. Gets a first down, but he's taken down big time on a big aggressive tackle for the Eagles. And that's going to wrap up the first half, folks. We see St. John's Prep leading at the half, 7-0, and they will return. We will be back shortly. Again, this is Focus Springfield, and I am Ciro Zanetti. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in action, starting off the second half of the Boys Division I Super Bowl here at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. It's between the St. John's Prep Eagles and the Springfield Central High School Golden Eagles. So far, St. John's Prep has been the only team to put points on the board. They have 7 points up, Eagles 0. Golden Eagles 0, as both teams have just had a defensive standoff. I mean, we've seen great spurts of offense from Golden Eagles, but they get stopped every time it matters most, as finally St. John's Prep was able to take advantage of it late in the second quarter and get points on the board. We saw quarterback Deacon Robilliard go down early in the second quarter as well. Hopefully looking to return. seemed to be a hand injury. I could be wrong. But with the zoom in on him currently on the Jumbotron, he may be making a return. And so now the Eagles set to return the kickoff. Springfield Central to kick off. Kick is in the air. Light squib kick, rolls to the 40. And that's a great stop. No yard gainage.
Luis Hernandez with the kickoff for Springfield Central.
And so it's Hernandez on the kickoff, and the Eagles are taking over.
For 11, Dylan Liberty with a return for St. John's Prep.
And another QB change for the Eagles. Change in the backfield, handoff to Brown. Brown spurts through, gets a couple yards, stopped by Springfield Central. It was Latney with the stop, who's had so far a great showing defense-wise. It's going to bring up second down for St. John's Prep. Help in the backfield is Brown. Stopped quickly. Bringing up third down on a loss of yards. So not ideal for them right there to start off at the half. Again, 7-0 your score currently.
There was a fumble on the play.
It was fumbled, recovered by St. John's Prep. And it's Carl Michael Monks, the sophomore, taking over for the Eagles. It's Michael Monks back in the pocket with help from Brown. Then Carson Brown looking fantastic currently. And there's a great break-free attempt, as he may have got that first down on a big-time run when needed most. It was 3rd and 11. Turn that into a first down.
First and 10, St. John's Prep at the Springfield Central 49.
So on Springfield Central's 49, it's 1st and 10 after the big time run. Carl in the pocket. Handoff again to Brown. Brown breaks the tackle. Gets taken down after a gain of about 3. Got hit heavy on the knee. Shakes it off, though. Brown heads to the sidelines. Maybe for a backfield change.
Second down and 7.
Fake handoff. They are there, as it is an incomplete pass. Great defensive effort by Isaiah Jones. I mean, he was there instantly. Looked to roll out. Great vertical.
Pass was deflected by Isaiah Jones. Incomplete. 3rd down and 7.
Carl Michael not able to get the complete pass. 3rd and 6 is brought up. Has help in the backfield again. Quick handoff. Nice spin off. Waiting for the result. LaGrassa gets a couple yard gain. Just short of the first down. This is going to be 4th and short for the Eagles. Springfield Central looking for a crucial stop. If you're St. John's, why not go for it? I mean, we've seen this time and time again in football over the years, going for it has been normalized. And just like that, it does not pay off. The handoff is rejected. The BC commit, Josiah Griffin, huge stop. Golden Eagles take over. And that luxury of receiving the ball at half that I've been pointing out really doesn't matter, because the Springfield Central High School Golden Eagles take control now. Watson started off a little slow in the first half, had a couple nice plays, but other than that, they just looked sloppy. The offense is not communicating well, did not have many breakaways, other than a couple rushing plays from Colin Patrick. And now it's to Thomas. Thomas end around, flea flicker, back to Watson. Watson finds a target, and Thomas hauls it in, but it doesn't even get past the line of scrimmage, I don't think. It might be a gain of 1 now that I'm looking at it. That was a very flashy, nice play, but again, not able to get a lot of yard of gain. 2nd and 9 on a 1-yard reception. Seemed to be thrown a little high, but able to haul it, so that's all that matters. 2nd and 9 for the Golden Eagles. Watson, help from Thomas in the backfield. Stays at his left. Maybe looking for an offsides, doesn't get it. Pop to snap. Calls for it, and there's the handoff to Thomas. Thomas stopped instantly. No cigar. And that's going to bring up 3rd down. 7 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Starting off this 2nd half. Saw 1 possession from St. John's Prep, resulting in a big-time stop. But St. John's Prep's defense has just been all over them. As I mentioned earlier, they've allowed 28 points throughout the entirety of the playoffs this year. Watson alone in the backfield, looking to run or pass, we'll see. Watson very, very overthrown. Way too high. As that was thrown to no man's land, intended for Hernandez. Bringing up 4th down. They'll bring out that special teams unit most likely. Seeing Thomas in the backfield may be a different story. Fourth and 8. Watson's going to go for it. They need a resurgence. Has the time. Spins to the right. Watson looking for his target. Pass incomplete. Not able to bring it in. Big time stop. It was intended for Wayne Barber. No bueno. St. John's Prep takes over. So 1st and 10 for St. John's Prep. And if you're St. John's, you want to solidify that your offense wasn't a one-hit wonder. They had 1 great drive. Other than that, both teams have looked miserable. So if they can get on the board again, huge. Because now you're scaring Central. They have struggled through 3 quarters to just get on the board once. A nice attempt, but no good. It was a little far to the right, or to the left, I should say. Pass incomplete. But again, if Springfield Central is struggling to even get on the board through 3 quarters, to score it once more, make them have to get on the board at a minimum of twice just to tie it up, it's not going to be good for them. Of course, Central under pressure has been good in the past, but we're at Gillette Stadium. Almost every game I've seen them play at Gillette Stadium, they start off red hot, and they are the ones leading. Quick pitch to the backfield. Nice run for the Eagles. And Brown was able to really get some nice yardage there. 6 minutes to go in the 3rd. Again, 7-0 your score so far. And if you are just tuning in, you are watching Focus Springfield. I am Ciro Zanetti, your play-by-play guy. And we are broadcasting the Springfield Central High School St. John's Prep Super Bowl championship for D1 men's football here at Gillette Stadium. Snap called, handoff fake, pass thrown, complete. That was to Stephen Patrick, or Stephon Patrick. A nice play from Patrick. Get some yardage. And the first down is confirmed. And again, we keep seeing a lot of first downs from St. John's Prep, at least. So we know that they can get this offense rolling. That is something we have not seen from the Golden Eagles. And a quick handoff to Brown as he's taken down. Less than 6 minutes ago in the third quarter. The offense is definitely lighting up for St. John's. As I mentioned earlier, there is certainly not a power outage for them when it comes to their offense. They are definitely moving the chains well. They're getting their first downs. They're making complete passes, short passes, no deep balls. They're not testing the defensive backs. They're playing smart. Low snap, thrown, pass complete, looks to be inbounds. So Michael Knox gets it to go to Jesse O'Furry, and that's going to be another first down for St. John's Prep. So they're on the 25. Another first down for St. John's Prep. They're moving the chains, like I said. They're throwing short passes. They're running. they're testing the Eagles' run defense, and it's working. Another handoff to Brown. Brown breaks way to the left, gets a couple yards, and he's not going down. I love to see it from Brown. I mean, he has been absolutely showing off his strength on the ground as he continues to just power his way through for at least 2 yards per game. I mean, he's got to have an average yard per carry of at least 2.75 or 2.75, 3 yards. I mean, he seems to be gaining crucial yards every snap. Leave LaGrassa in the backfield now. There's the pitch to LaGrassa. And he goes down. But another big-time gainage for them. First down, St. John's Prep Eagles. Line of scrimmage from the Springfield Central 15-yard line. So now within the 20-yard line will be St. John's Prep, starting a nice fresh set of downs with just a little over 4 minutes to go. Michael Knox on the snap. Handoff. Again, I believe that was LaGrassa. And he gets a nice set of gain. 5 yards. Taken down in the play by Eddie Sneeps. Seems to be a player down for the Golden Eagles. Looks to be Latney, who has been their standout on defense this afternoon. Multiple stops. Well, I mean, you point out, now, although St. John's Prep has had a nice attempt on offense to resurge it, they have had some pretty bad turnovers. Very big interception earlier from Josiah Monday, which was pretty much thrown right to him. They've had multiple fumbles, recovered half of them, but still, both offenses aren't perfect. This game isn't over yet. I mean, we still got a full quarter length and 3 minutes and 44 seconds to go of this game. Golden Eagles have plenty of time to come back, but they got to stop here. This is where you turn the switch on. If it wasn't already attempted, this is where it is. However, it's not really reassuring seeing how slow their offense has been. So now resuming play, 2nd and 5, third quarter, 3 minutes, 21 seconds to go in the third. Michael Knox, handoff to Brown, and Brown gets a lot of yards, not going down, waiting for the call, and that is just short of the end zone. And what an incredible play, as he has just been a unit. There's no other way to describe it. He has been powering his way through, yard gain after yard gain. Took half of the defense to get him down. And now on the 2, St. John's Prep. I mean, this is a huge play for them. They got to capitalize and score as quickly as possible and try to write off any last attempt now. All right, Knox, handoff again to Brown. Brown goes through. Waiting for the call. Short again. And it looks like he's just short of the end zone. And that will most likely move them to the 1 now. In between the 1. Second and very short on the 1-yard line. And they want to get in the red zone, or they want to get in the end zone for sure. Make it 13-0 at the bare minimum, hopefully 14. Knox, handoff, snap to Brown. Brown stopped! Stopped quickly as the Eagles' D-line was there. Beautiful stop right there, as that was Quadir Price. And you love to see the defense not give up. They are still putting their blood, sweat, and tears on the field, getting a big-time stop, bringing up 3rd and goal. I mean, these boys, they want it. These guys want it badly. They want to be back-to-back D1 state champs. And they're a team that can earn it. I mean, they have had blowouts after blowouts. And now they're just challenged. They're kind of facing the wall. Whistle called. We'll wait to see what happens. St. John's Prep takes a timeout. That'll be the first of the half, 2 left for them. And that's one thing to mention for sure. Vitalizing and utilizing your timeouts is something you definitely want to focus on as a head coach. And both teams have been doing a great job at that today. We've seen very good management. It's always great to go into the final quarter of a half with 3 timeouts, 2 being obviously very well as well. It seems like they called this timeout with a minute left of this quarter, so they could really, really find out what they want to do. I mean, they are within 5 yards of the end zone. They want to put up more points. They want those 6 points at the minimum. And we see Watson firing up his Eagles, his Golden Eagles for sure. And he was talking to Bryce Gentry-Warwick. And again, I mean, he's showing his intensity, and that's what you want as a coach. I mean, that's why he was hired. He's been nothing but aggressive and nothing but successful, and he wants to take another title back to Springfield, as we would certainly enjoy that as well. Back to the field, 3rd and goal. Carl-Michael Knotts on the snap. Handoff to Brown. Brown stopped, but waiting for the call. It looks close. And they called a touchdown. Huge play for Carson Brown. The offensive weapon he has been today. Huge touchdown. Nothing like a touchdown here at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. You love to see the intensity from the St. John's Prep crowd, from the St. John's Prep bench, and the St. John's Prep team. They are loving it. They're up 13-0. PAT attempt. Field goal. No good. So that's going to be tough. 13-0. The score with 52 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Now, this is where I feel like this is something that is definitely said very often. But this is where it matters most. If you're the Golden Eagles, if you didn't want to score in the first quarter, if you didn't want to score on that fourth possession when it was really well needed, if you didn't want to score in the second quarter on the last two possessions, and if you didn't want to score on your first possession of the third quarter, this is where you want to score. You want to get on the board because you cannot find comfort in being down 13-0 with just a little over 1 quarter left. Because we've learned, I mean, they have 3 timeouts. That's how you use them.
Is there a replay?
But if you're St. John's Prep, I was just a little confused on the volume outside. Seems to be some disagreement of some sort. Jackson Selby on the kickoff. St. John's Prep to set it out. Beautiful kick. Has a lot of movement. That will be a touchback. I mean, what placement on that kick from Selby. Love to see it. But again, if you are St. John's Prep, I mean, you have finally been able to get on the board, right, in the second quarter. You looked great. Brought in a backup quarterback. Then you bring in another backup quarterback and score. If I'm Deacon Robilliard, I'm loving this farm system that the high school is doing. I'm loving the coaching staff. Bringing in 2 great quarterbacks to replace an already fantastic quarterback from this season. And they're the ones who scored. They're the ones who led to scoring drives. Now, back to the Golden Eagles, the defending state champs, the defending D1 state champs, the Nebraska commit, Pop Watson, in the pocket by himself, calls for the snap, looks at his options, he's gonna run, take it into his own hands, moves to the left, now goes past the first down marker, gets it, and then some. First down, Golden Eagles. We've seen Watson always show off his scrambling ability. I mean, he has one fast kick. Very fast, agile, quick, strong. No huddle, moving that chain. Here he is on the snap. Takes it into his zone again. Scrambles to the right. Looking for his target. Now to the left. Jukes back, throws it up. Pass complete. Hauled in. They say it's good. Great pass to Dwayne Early. That was Dwayne Early Jr. able to haul it in. And I mean, you look at the replay as Watson is just so quick and so agile. It's so impressive. Watson again on second down, moving to the right, finds his target, no bueno, and there was a little hit after the contact. Looking for Dwayne Early Jr. again, but it was just over the top. So now third down. They look to have a little second down. They look to have a little spark for a second. Now they're going to slow it down, but again, as I was mentioning, you don't get scouted by Nebraska if you're not playing like Pop Watson is. I mean, this kid can throw however he wants, whenever he wants. And here he is in the pocket. Pass is complete, but it doesn't get past the line of scrimmage. Found Wayne Barber. Now again, I mean, it's raining down hard. It's not easy to throw when it's raining down hard, but again, you don't want that to be your excuse. It's going to rain wherever you play. It's going to snow when you're playing. Get used to snow if you want to play in this area for sure. 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. St. John's Prep up 13-0 against the Springfield Central High School Golden Eagles. It's going to be third down and 10. Watson, eager, hungry for a score. Here he is. He has plenty of time. He saw the middle. He took it into his own hands, slid. Now this brings up the question. Bringing up fourth down on a couple-yard game on the QB keep, you got to go for it, right? I don't even think there's a question. I think Watson trusts his own son, Pop, to get 5 yards here. So it's going to end the third quarter. They're going to get a couple seconds to talk over, get everything situated, and be ready to start off this fourth quarter. Flaming hot, red hot. And again, it's been an honor always calling here at Focus Springfield. Always love being able to be at Gillette Stadium, the beautiful Gillette Stadium, home of the New England Patriots here in Foxborough, Massachusetts. And yeah, I definitely am not a fan of them being down, us being the defending state champions, but we'll see how it goes starting off the fourth quarter.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the rules. Achieve unimagined heights. Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
And here we go. Getting ready to start off the fourth quarter. Again, 13-0. Definitely not the position the Eagles want to be in. And again, here at Focus Springfield, we have a great production crew. Huge shout out to Chris Polanco and Josue Vasquez, making things happen on the camera crew and taking care of the sounds, because I don't really know how that stuff works. So without those two guys, wouldn't be here. So of course, big shout out and thank you. But back to the game. Looks like the final quarter of the game will be starting up soon. Seems like a little slow start. Obviously, they had to switch placement. Seems like this has been the lucky side for scoring, I will say that. Getting into the end zone on this left side of the field has been successful for St. John's Prep. So let's see if the Eagles can. Just a call back. It's going to be 4th and 5. Again, as we wait for the quarter to start, I'll take another shout out. Once again, just to Focus Springfield for making this happen. And representing the city is the Springfield Central High School Golden Eagles, as they have done tremendously over the past 5 years between them and Roger Alpine Vocational and basketball. But for football, Central has been putting Springfield on the map for years now. But again, back to the game, starting off the fourth quarter. Pop Watson calling for the snap, rolls back now, waiting for it, has help in the backfield. It's Con Patrick. He scrams to the right. Now Watson takes it into his own hands. You saw him put his head down. He's running on his own. Jukes to the left. Taken down after the first down and then some. Pop Watson showing just how great his mobility is. Again, when you see that head go down, that's when you know it's time to block, because Pop Watson, when he has that freedom, he will take control of it and make you regret giving him that space. Alone in the backfield, in the pocket, I should say. Has his receivers lined up. He said it. He knew. Oh, incomplete pass. Watson asked to be fired up after that one. He was looking for Wayne Barber, but just not good. Not able to haul it in, as he's had some. I believe Watson has been throwing just a little far off. Sometimes too high, sometimes too to the left, to the right. Got to make sure you fix that in the rain, because that does not help if you got to jump up to catch it, because it's already going to be slippery. Watson alone, second down. Moves to the right, goes back a little, hauls it up deep. Pass incomplete. A little scary for a second. Looked like it was an interception. And that was Marquise Avery all over it. And again, now this is going to be third down for the Eagles. 3rd and 10 here in the fourth quarter. You got 11 minutes, 18 seconds left. And you got time to get a defensive stop. They've shown that. They've shut them down on 3 and out. But the thing is, the St. John's is rolling. They are rolling. They just scored. They're looking to go back for consecutive possession scores. So they can't feed off of their defense right now. This is offense. Watson running. Moves to the left. Beautiful juke. We'll see what they will be standing at on a nice QB keep run. I mean, it comes out of nowhere with Watson sometimes, and you just see, you know, it's going to be tough. You know, you want him to pass the ball, but it's not easy to pass the ball if you can't find a target. And that's just the greatness of QB mobility. Some people hate it. Me personally, I love it. 4th and 1, gets him 9 yards. He's tried multiple times to get the passes, hasn't been able to do it, but he can with his feet. Here's the handoff to Patrick. Patrick pumping it in. On 4th and 1. There it is. They are moving within the 30, just like they needed.
Stopped on the play.
Just a little over 11 minutes to go in the game. The Eagles got a huge first down. This is their hands down best offensive possession of the game.
30-yard line.
They got to take it to the house. Watson, alone in the pocket, has the slot set up. He's got 5 options to choose from. Finds a quick target, and there's a complete pass. That's, I believe, Kevin Jackson. That was Kevin Jackson hauls it in. And that's what I'm talking about. If you can't complete the pass, if you can't find a target, and you can run like Watson, you're going to do it 10 times out of 10. But right there, a nice setup for a short gain. Moves it to 2nd down. Watson now finds his target. Pass incomplete on a great breakup. Fantastic defensive stop right there from Lucas Verrier, as he was all over it. And I mean, that was a great setup from Watson. He found the target. Looked very, very clearly a complete pass, but Verrier was all over it. Now you got 3rd and 7. And now they're even more in the need to get a first down and score. Watson buying time. Scrambles forward, goes back. Beautiful ball movement. Pass incomplete. And I meant footwork. But pass incomplete again for Watson. It's tough. Because, again, this guy can scramble like no one else's business. And he has such excellent footwork and technique. But the pass was just so off. You're not going to do anything if you're throwing up those passes. 4th and 7. The hometown hero looking to make dreams come true. Watson, alone in the pocket. Moves to the left, throws it up deep. Pass incomplete. Now that's just brutal. This is going to be really tough for the Eagles on a fantastic stop from Santiago Casino. And I mean, you hate to see it for the Golden Eagles. 9 minutes left in the game. They have 3 timeouts. They need a defensive stop on what was the Golden Eagles' hands-down best offensive drive. Get an even bigger defensive stop for St. John's Prep. And again, incomplete pass after incomplete pass. But that was right to him. You got to catch that. Watson set it up perfectly. He threw it right down the middle. Would have set them up beautifully. But now here's Knox. Low snap, handoff to Brown. Brown showing again his strength as he has had a game. I mean, he's the MVP offensively of this team. I need the emphasis on just the yards per carry this kid has produced is incredible. Every snap, he's getting at least 3 yards, minimum. And he earns those yards. He has been breaking tackle after tackle, committing truck after truck, spin move after spin move. He has shown that this game means more than anything to him. Hence why they scored on that last drive, punching it in for the touchdown. And again, it really does suck for Deacon Robilliard, star quarterback for the team, not being able to be in currently. It's going to be a player down on the field for the Eagles. Another player limping for Springfield Central. That's Cartier Price. And it's Stephon Patrick for St. John's Prep, but he gets up. All right. Now to move the chain, snap to Brown. Brown taken down on a small yard gain.
Carson Brown, ball carrier, who stopped on the play.
Short gain for Brown. It's going to bring up second down. Again, 9 minutes, 23 seconds left in the game.
Second down, it's
And this is where it gets to again.
3-yard line.
I can confidently say one more score in any way, shape, or form. Making this a 3-possession lead is just a nightmare for the Eagles. You can't write a team out with 10 minutes left, but you can definitely doubt them. And seeing how this offense is, it's not looking pretty. Another handoff with a solid set of gain. I believe it was 3 on the play. Brown.
Carson Brown, the ball carrier.
Again, the ball carrier tonight, or today. Just absolute exceptional performance.
Third down.
And now we'll bring up third down for the St. John's Prep Eagles. 8 minutes to go in the game. The question, of course, is, will the new state champs, Division I high school men's football, be the St. John's Prep Eagles? You know they want it. Handoff to, that was LaGrassa. As it is a first down. Fights for it, gets it. And now they're just past the 50-yard line. That was a really beautiful run. Being able to use his upper body strength to move more forward and his lower body strength to just stay put. Fantastic display, getting that first down. And now snap to be called. It's going to be another handoff to DeGrassa. And again, you got to definitely appreciate the wisdom from St. John's Prep today. The OC is doing a fantastic job at making sure they're making the right play every time. Even if you're not getting 5 yards, 10 yards, 15, 20 yards every play. The way that they're orchestrating this offense is perfect, and it's very hard to stop. They're going about it in a sense of, we're going to run, and we're going to run a lot. And we know we can run because Brown has done nothing but run over you guys. And whenever we give it to LaGrassa, he also runs over you guys. So we're going to keep doing that until we find a setup. There's the pitch to Brown. Brown, stiff arm, goes to the right. He's going down to the 20, the 10, to the house. And there's a big touchdown again for Carson Brown. Another 6-point performance here at Gillette Stadium, Foxborough, Massachusetts. And that's scary for the Eagles, for the Golden Eagles. But there's a flag on the play, and we'll see what the call comes out to. That's huge. That is huge. Holding on the offense, 10-yard penalty. And that's the worst. That is the worst feeling in the world, especially for Carson Brown. I mean, as I was saying, they still have done a fantastic job. They're running because they can. But they also can pass. They are going it very conservatively, doing it very precisely. They're not passing. They have gone drives without even passing once. And it works for them. Repeat first down again. It's a big holding play. Looking at the replay, that's going to be huge for them in only one circumstance. If the Eagles of Springfield Central High School want to win, it's corrected again. Second down. There we go. But it's not easy sometimes. But again, if they want to win, this is where you stop. This is where you stop St. John's Prep. And as I pointed out in a humiliating fashion, if you didn't want to stop them in the first and the second and the third, whatever, you stop them now. Because this is your only opportunity. They already blew it offensively. in their last possession, so they can't blow it anymore. It's second down for St. John's. There's the handoff, and he wanted it bad, but a big hit to the shoulder. But Brown brushes it off and gets up. He gets that first down, and you could see the aggressiveness on this run. I mean, that was a huge shot from Kalen Hubbard, but it did nothing. It did nothing to Carson Brown. This guy is running them over. He's embarrassing this run defense right now. I mean, if I'm the Eagles, I don't know what I would do to contain him. He has been a monster and a nightmare in the backfield. And now they brought out LaGrassa. There's the handoff, goes to the right. It's a nice stop, but again, showing off his strength as he goes down forward. Usually, logistically, when you are being tackled by 3 guys and they're all coming at you forward, you go back. But LaGrassa, every time, falls forward. Second down and 9, fourth quarter with 5 minutes and 41 left in regulation. 13-0. St. John's Prep looking to take home the D1 state championship. Again, this is Focus Springfield. You are listening to, I am Ciro Zanetti, covering in Foxborough, Massachusetts. St. John's takes another timeout. As they take another timeout, we'll definitely do another big shout out to Focus Springfield in general, making it happen. Back at the studio, got Stephen Carey, Brendon, Holland here at the game, Chris Polanco, Josue Vasquez. Both these guys with me a lot and always make it happen. Do a fantastic job, the camera and the technical stuff. And again, big emphasis, I could not do it without them. Thank you guys for being here. And again, I'm just so grateful to continuously be part of this and being able to watch the great city of Springfield be represented by a former high school of mine. Obviously, not the greatest game from the Eagles today. And unfortunately, probably their worst performance I've ever seen from them. But that just shows how good St. John's Prep is. Springfield Central Eagles are still the team to beat. It doesn't take anything away from them. Just St. John's Prep is certainly showing that they can beat them. But we'll see. It's 2nd and 8 for St. John's. Snap, pitch, Brown down. Great stop quickly for the Eagles. It seemed as it was Jack Casey who was on top of that.
Tackled by Jack Casey. Third down.
Third down for St. John's Prep. They still got a little length to go, so we'll see what happens after this. I mean, big third down. Of course, they are up 2 possessions. You can always just be safe and try to kick a field goal. That's a far field goal, but we've seen some nice kicking ability from Jackson and Selby. Back to the field. Here's the handoff to Brown. He's taken down pretty quickly. This is a beautiful stop for the Golden Eagles. We'll see what happens on 4th down.
Handoff goes to number 28, Carson Brown.
So, clock being milked. Doesn't seem, I believe the St. John's Prep Eagles used 2 of their timeouts.
We're down in 6.
So 4th and 6, no unit has changed. We still have this offensive unit, and I mean, it's smart. One thing I mentioned earlier, and I didn't really get into depth, is over the years we've seen in football, going for it on 4th down to be normalized. I mean, back then it's always, yeah, take the field goal, or punt it. If you can put yourself in a situation to potentially get a 1st down and a fresh set of downs, do it. Back to the field now. Oh, there's gonna offsides. That is incredible. That's huge. That is literally game-changing. Very clearly offsides. And if I'm Central, that is heart-shattering, but embarrassing. That's how you cost a game. But more so, this wasn't a case of costing the game. This is... So be the encroachment. And it really sucks to see that. It does. These guys played their heart out so hard this year. They look so good, and it's such a tough position to be in. But they still have time. They still have timeouts, and they can show how badly they want it by continuing to recreate that great defensive stop that they just had. I mean, they brought the 4th down. They can do it. We've seen them get turnovers. We've seen them get great stops. They definitely have what it takes. It's just with the clock going down like this, it's not affordable. That's for sure. I'm definitely curious on the game clock at this point. Running it down very short. St. John's takes their final timeout. So that's huge. So 3 minutes, 3 seconds to go. 13-0, 2-possession game. However, I will mention, being up 13-0 is not very helpful in a 2-possession game because Central could just score twice and they take a 1-point lead. Again, the encroachment was very devastating to see. It's 4th and 5, and they were so close to getting the ball back. But the penalty, again, the haunting penalty in Springfield Central High School came back to bite them. But these guys are just 4th and 1. So yeah, it's 4th and 1. They can still stop it. They can still stop it. It's gonna be very tough with how strong the backfield has been. Snap, run, 1st down for St. John's Prep. And honestly, if I'm the Eagles, I wish that penalty was never called and that touchdown wasn't called back, because it at least gives us more time. Because now, with the way that they are milking the clock, they're putting on a showcase. They're chewing it, and they are looking to score again. Being down 3 possessions with 6 or 7 minutes to go is fine, but being down 3 possessions with 2 minutes is not. So now a little over 2 minutes to go in the game. Eagles snap, handoff, goes down quickly. Is Brown. That was a big stop right there for Quadir Price. William Watson, player of the game. Of course, it's very, very unfortunate. But you see him on the bench. He's ready. He just wanted one more chance for sure. I mean, William Watson has done an incredible job this season. There's Carson Brown, player of the game. 2-yard touchdown run in the 3rd quarter. Doing great for St. John's Prep. But back to Pop Watson. I mean, from his freshman year, he has been something special. And being someone who went to that school and being able to see him play, I thank him for his heart. I thank him for how much he loves the game and how clear it is. He's a nothing but grow. And there's games like this that are just going to happen. And you move forward and you strive. And again, I just wish him the best of luck with everything. But I thank him for doing so great and for putting the city on the map. Back to the game, handoff to Brown. He is stopped. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Huge stop. 2 minutes, 4 seconds left. And of course, the game is not over. It surely isn't. But when you have to use all your timeouts just to get possession with 2 minutes left, it's tough. Like it's very, very tough to be in that position. You got 1 timeout left at most if they score on their next possession, if they can get a stop. Again, these Central High School kids, they have done nothing but showcase heart and talent and affection for this game like no else. I mean, we talk about a team that has been dominating Western Mass for years. And when Watson came, they finally, after so many years of being great, got moved to Division I. I mean, you can't help but just be proud of yourself. You can't. Since Pop Watson has got there, they've only moved up in the rankings, and they've only won more than they ever have. You put your head up, and you say you're thankful for how far you were able to make it and how much you were able to do. And again, ball is snapped, hand off to Brown. Brown finds his way, and he looks to get it. There is a flag on the play. There's multiple flags on the play, so we'll wait for that to be announced. So again, they are discussing the flag. See Coach Watson, obviously very upset, but I feel that he's still proud that he was able to get this far again, continuously. Huge penalty. That is huge. So repeating third down. That is a huge penalty right there for the Eagles. Minute 57 to go. 10-yard penalty. Third down. Definitely funky ball placement too. It's right past the 30, in between the 20. So they still have some space. If they did want to kick a field goal, it's still going to be far though, depending on how this next play goes. I mean, again, if I'm Central, I want to turn over. I want to turn over more than anything. I want to hit the ball out of their hands. Or an interception, like whatever you can. Hand off to Brown. Brown was stopped, but he stays up. They couldn't take him down. Carson Brown simply will not go down at all. Casey with the tackle there, but man, I mean, just looking at how he makes the defenders run with him. Central takes their final timeout, but again, that's the emphasis I'm talking about. That's crazy. Almost every single play, Carson Brown has made the defender walk with him, run with him, chase him. Instead of being in front of him, they are behind him, holding on to him. I mean, he has been exceptional today for sure. Again, 13-0 is your score currently with just under 2 minutes to go here in the ball game. You see St. John's Prep up 13. And a scoreless performance so far from Springfield Central. I mean, even if I'm Springfield Central, I just want to get on the board. No, you don't want to go out like this. You want to get on the board. Because they deserve to get on the board. I mean, they came out guns blazing on defense. They came out literally on fire defensively. They prevented them from scoring over 6 possessions. And now, obviously, it's been a little tough to get the stops because they found the momentum. Fumble. Ball is it recovered? That's the question. The ball was loose. It seemed like it was loose, but now they're saying... But St. John's is able to recover it. So now it is Central's ball. First and 10, a minute 39 to go. They have no timeouts. The only way to play around this is deep balls, or obviously breakaways. But again, far less than 2 minutes to go in the game, down 2 possessions. You're doing everything you can. You are doing everything you can. And here he is. Again, the hometown hero, Watson, alone in the backfield. He drops back. He's going to run. He takes it into his own hands. He's juking. He goes to the left, gets tackled by the shoes. They're going to have to keep moving the chains. Seems to be a flag. No, so they just dropped the flag. The clock keeps going, though. That's fine. Quick snap from Watson. Watson now moving to the right. Calls for a target. Is he looking for the pass? No, he jukes. Finds it on the other side of the field. Perfect pass right there to Tyrone McFall. They get the first down. They're going to keep it moving. Gets out of bounds. Tyrone McFall.
First and 10, Springfield Central.
Sorry, that was Aiden Pena. But now again, Watson. He just wants to pass, and he has to. A collective snap, drop back. He holds on to it. Nothing but heart on that play. That was Luis Hernandez hauling it in for the first down. They want to move the chains. Big time hit, but he holds on to it. Watson now wants another snap. They just want to score. I will say the clock is being. I was actually gonna say the clock is being jeopardized very well. I mean, 9 seconds is a lot of time, or 8 seconds is a lot of time, and they lost that because of the dead air. You got to keep it going. It's definitely gonna cost them. They're doing this as quickly as they can. They want to score. Watson needs to score. Watson runs, stays up, goes down. And now 30 seconds to go in the game. They're going to set up formation again, and they just want that final score. They want that final score. They haven't reached within the 10, so they want to get that. They want to get deep. And they're going to call the flag, but it seemed like they didn't call it because it was a flag. They called it because they saw it. It was very late.
Flag on the play.
So on the repeat second down, we have 14 seconds left, and St. John's Prep, they're celebrating because they finally did it again. The crowd is hype. And Central is very, very, very far away. And they look defeated, of course. But St. John's Prep, you gotta love it. Watson, just a quick pass. It's gonna go down. And that will be the conclusion to the game. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 D1 Super Bowl champs of men's high school football. St. John's Prep. Eagles take it home. They defeat the defending champions. And of course, a miserable offensive performance, an even better defensive effort. But the Prep Eagles take it home. And congratulations, you are state champions. Very unfortunate outing. Tragic to see for the Golden Eagles to go down. But again, there's nothing but love to the quarterback, Pop Watson. Every single person in this city knows how much he means. And everyone knows how much the game means to him. But again, that will be the conclusion to the game. 13-0, your final score. This is Focus Springfield. I am Ciro Zanetti. Thank you for tuning in, and have a wonderful night.